Welcome to News Insight. Peter and Eli, welcome.
Thank you, bro.
Beautiful day.
Yeah.
Thank you. We just celebrated our International Women's Day, and the women were in focus. And but we've had some little issues with a woman in the Assembly, in the National Assembly, especially at the Senate, Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. He had a role with the Senate president, and before you know Jack, she was suspended. And the suspension was so harsh. Aids taken away. She should not address herself as a senator. And there was no single voice of dissent in the National Assembly, in the Senate, that supported her. And it looked like a gang up. So she didn't know where to go. She went to Inter-Parliamentary Union at the United Nations to report the case. And it looks as if that was the only option that was left for her. Peter.
Wow. Good morning, audience. I have an issue with, every time I have an issue in this country, we go abroad. Our government want to talk to us, they go to Chatham House. Or they go to all these international organizations. They don't have any control over us. This is a sovereign nation.
If you want to borrow money, we'll go to the IMF
This is a sovereign
for
nation.
advice.
This is a sovereign nation. Having said that, I'm not going to hold brief for our Senate. This 10th Senate has been an embarrassment to Nigeria. It's a shame that this Senate, 10th Senate, had descended this low. See, a lady accused our Senate president. The right thing to be done is to investigate what she said. I'm not holding fault for her. I'm not saying what she said is right. She has to provide proof. But the Senate president should have to also to provide proof that she didn't do what he was accused of. What did the Senate Ethics Committee do? They quickly suspend her. There was a petition on this regard. They said, no, said Natasha signed the petition by herself. But they sidetracked the petition sent on the 3rd of March by one barrister. I can't remember his name. He sent the petition on the same matter on 3rd of March. Why was it treated? Why was it sidetracked? Because their mind has been fixed on what they want to do. Remember the same Senate suspended Ningi for saying that budget was padded. Months later, what he said came to pass. But he had evidence. So this is what they do. They constantly suppress opposition voice. See, democracy is all about freedom of speech and expression.
That's the dividends of democracy.
So why are they suppressing it? Why is this tenseness suppressing it? Can't we be free in a country? You are suspending her. You forget that people voted for her in the office. She has a constituency she's representing. You are denying them of the representation which she will provide. And everybody is keeping quiet. A lot of senators are keeping quiet. Some are keeping quiet because of fear. And some are keeping quiet because they want to curry favor from the leadership of Senate. But if they speak up, the privileges he throws around, they will deny you. But they forgot something. They say power is stringent. They forgot something that this same evil, they are keeping quiet.
We turn around.
It will be our own turn tomorrow. Okay. And nobody will speak up for them.
All right. The last time I watched, there was this senator representing one of the senatorial district, Tony Nwoye. He was talking to the president. He said, you were elected the way I was elected. You are a senator the way I'm a senator. He said, the worst you can do is to suspend me. How has suspension now become a tool of the leadership of the Senate to kill the voice of opposition in the Senate? The Senate should be the freest place. Anybody can talk because you are representing a people. Eli, how has this become a weapon?
I don't know how to go about this because the present government in power is showing to the whole world and to Nigerians as a whole that what they are into is bullying people into a one-party system. If you are not from their party, Senator Papi is not an APC senator. Senator Akpoti was elected, and they tried to deny her right until proven otherwise.
No, so that's Senator Natasha.
Natasha is representing Kogi Central. And as far as I'm concerned, she is raising very much, far beautiful points than many other senators who were just there by chance or by favor. And now today, she has come to the floor to accuse the Senate president with her own proof of how it happened, when it happened, and where it happened. Now, instead of the Senate to now investigate, the Sam Akpabio used a language in June last year against a senator, a serving senator, a married woman, telling her about club. Is that man fit to be a Senate president? The same man was accused not barely 5 years, not 5 years, not too long from 5 years from now, by the NDDC boss.
I think that was 2020.
And she slapped him. So how long will we have people who do not have honor in our very sensitive offices? Today you wake up, you suspending a senator representing our people for 6 months simply because she was wronged, and she came crying for justice. If I and this man are fighting in this studio today and you want to investigate or punish, is it not the two of is Akpabio a better person than Natasha? Are they not all senators? Did Akpabio even go for primaries? Did he buy ticket?
The person
I don't know how the Akpabio that was supposed to be either in prison or answering questions in EFCs today, all those ones have died down.
The electoral officer that conducted the election that brought in Akpabio is in jail as we speak. Mm-hmm. As we speak, he's in jail. And the man that he helped to get to power is the Senate president.
Okay, so you look at it. I want to commend Natasha for being a strong, a firm woman. Going to the UN, I don't really see it as the best option. But yet, she didn't just run to the UN. She ran to, it's like a group in the UN where female senators...
No, it's not female senator. They call it International Parliamentarian Union, IPU.
So it's a union that gets members from every other
yes. So there's a representation from every country.
Yes. Democratically government. Yes. Now, what I will advise Senator Natasha to do is to use every means to get justice. Coming back home, I will advise the people of Kogi Central, the people that voted her, and even the remaining 2 senators in Kogi, I'm ashamed of them that they are keeping quiet.
No, they are not keeping quiet. Hold on. The one in charge of the Yoruba speaking, I don't know whether it's East now or West, came and spoke vehemently against Natasha.
Or against Natasha?
Yes, and said that he was the one that brought shame to Akpabio by listening to Natasha.
You can imagine. Well, I will advise my people of Kogi State, Natasha's people precisely, and other people of Kogi State. Akpabio do not have that right to suspend our senator, one of our senators, for 6 months to deny us a representation on that of that constituency in the National Assembly, simply because he is accused of something. He's rather come out and defend himself.
All right. You see, one of the things that we think people should do, Natasha represents a senatorial district. Mm-hmm. In the House of Rep, every rep member represents a particular area. Yeah. The same thing with the House of Assembly. The way they suspend, for example, now we've always been against it on this platform, that suspension or making some people not to do their work is bad, especially in the legislative arm. People from Kogi Central should march and block the gate of the National Assembly.
Not only them, the rest of us.
Because right now, nothing goes to them. They lack representation. You see, that's the truth. If I were to advise her, going to that organization is waste of time. She represents the people that can go there and march and block the gates.
And I'll join them.
So and using suspension to threaten every member of the Senate is wrong.
It's wrong.
Let's put this out here so our viewers will understand. At no point have we said that Natasha, what she said is right.
Exactly.
But what we are saying, we are challenging the process of a suspension. Natasha has accused our Senate President of sexual harassment. Now, what Nigeria wants to know, is she lying? Is she trying to indict the Senate President wrongly? Let's hear them out. Let's have a level playing ground. Senate Committee on Ethics should invite these two persons. They should come and defend themselves. That's what Nigeria wants. See, it is a possibility that Nigeria is not saying the truth. There's a possibility that Senate President is executed as accused.
Yes.
So we want this process to play out. Remember, there's a court injunction. That is my gross on this matter. There's a court injunction. How ethical is a state ethics committee for ignoring court injunction? Ask you to state the finish process, and you went ahead and suspended her. You think we are stupid in this country? Why are you bastardizing this institution? Why are you making it of non-effect?
That the chairman of that committee.
You never invited state president to come and clear his name.
You know, it's from my state. It's from Edo South. The people are waiting for him. He has lost his seat. I'm telling you the truth.
The process should be followed through.
And he came under labor.
The process should be followed through.
So,
Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan, he's so higher than Natasha.
No, they are all
elected by their people
to represent them.
It's just that they chose him to lead the team. He's so higher than her.
So, and if you are suspending Natasha, suspend Akpoti-Uduaghan, so that the both of them can step aside and then you do diligent investigation.
No, the man even said before this thing hits the committee that this document is dead on arrival.
And also why I said that. Because Natasha signed that petition. But there's another petition written by another lawyer.
Yes.
On the 3rd of March.
And they put it aside.
Why come they not treating it?
Not treated, yes. Well, you see, we have said it here, and that is how it should be.
And I don't think, like we said also, we don't think that Natasha should have gone to the international
so we've Parliamentary Union. Natasha out of frustration. Of course,
yes.
because
and for the fact that Nigerian, all that they listen to is international bodies.
We want to borrow money.
Yes, we listen to IMF, we listen to deregulate your economy, do this one, do that one. So we listen to the voice of outsiders more than we can generate solutions from within. Well, we are still looking at how the whole stuff unfolds, but the people's voice is more than elected people's voice. The people of Kogi Central, I call on you, I challenge you, especially representing a particular set, the Iberian nation. It's not about politics now. It's about who represents you. That means in the next 6 months, no, you are not going to have representation. You are not going to have anything come to your senatorial district, and your voice is quiet. And I know he does a lot for his people.
Security details were withdrawn.
Everything was withdrawn. The card out was given was
exposed to danger.
No, she's exposed. No, she's being threatened. It's bullying. They want to force her to be quiet, or else they'll keep dealing with her. But like we've just said it here, the people of not just Kogi Central alone, Kogi East, all entire Kogi people. Natasha, come back to Abuja, gather your people. We have the resources. We'll march National Assembly. Akpabio should step aside. You step aside. Let the committee that is given this responsibility check the whole matter. Find out if you are wrong or right. Let Nigeria and the whole world know.
All right. So what we will stop here is the fact that Natasha come back to Nigeria. Nigeria is a sovereign nation. Fight from within. We know your mother is Ukrainian, but this is where you pitch your tent to represent Nigeria. We think you are doing what is right, but fight from within and let your people support you. That's what we'll stop for now. We'll be right back on News Insight.